Okay, there I am. Welcome back on this Monday afternoon on the east coast of the US. Monday, March the 10th. Um, See how I sound here before I put this down. I know my volume isn't very loud, but it does sound when I put on my earphones. It does sound like it's clipping, like I'm overdriving the audio inputs. I'm not sure if I am. It just that's what it sounds like to me for some reason. But in any case, the reason I'm so late today is the internet. So I got this email stating that I could go from 300 megabits a second to 400 if I upgraded my equipment because they're completely doing differently the way that they do the internet. I'm using Spectrum, and the new equipment has somehow has it tied into my actual Spectrum account now. It's not just a straight up, modem router thing where to get to the settings you actually do router settings like 192.168.1.1. You remember that old thing where you go into it and then you could change all the settings there. Now I have to actually log into my Spectrum account to actually change my settings. But so I put on the new thing. I activated it. Apparently, it activated correctly, even though I didn't really realize it. But I couldn't get any internet out of it. So then um, I put on my old internet, my older router slash modem, which was a combo, on there, and it did no longer work because I activated the new equipment. So I was on the new system, and I could tell that the old one would still work if it was still on the old system somehow. But I I had to take it back. I took it back today. Finally, I got a new modem and router, set it up, activated it, and now everything is humming along. And so far, so good. So if I end up cutting out in the middle of the stream, you'll probably know it's probably because my equipment is bad again. Shouldn't be bad, but you never know, right? Knock on wood and all that stuff. Okay, there's one thing that I got to do real quick, and I need to check the air conditioner in my room. Of course, it's several degrees hotter because of my computer system, and everything is generating heat. So I'm just gonna check that briefly, and so here, have a nice look at the back of my chair while I go check that. Just a quick second. And apparently, I was right to change it, turn it on, because my dad usually turns on the heat in the mornings because it's too cold for him. Being 70, I don't know if he's 71 or 2, 72, I think, or 72 this year, probably. I think it's going to be 72 in December. But so now he gets cold pretty easily, and so and his room, I guess, especially gets super cold when the rest of the house is just kind of cool. When the air comes in, I mean, I guess it really just makes it like an ice box in there for some strange reason. But it's okay while he's sleeping, though. It's okay while you're sleeping. It's actually a good thing to actually turn the temperature down to help you sleep. But when he wakes up, it's cold, and so he turns on the heat to a certain point. And I'm usually comfortable when I come in, so the heat is usually not too hot or whatever. It's usually kind of okay. And then by the time the late time rolls around, it's already heated up, warmed up, or whatever. So yeah. So anyways, we ate lunch late. We did everything late, and so now I'm back with the internet. Everything's working swimmingly, and now I got to get on with my game. And as you can see, I'm already at grok here. Yesterday, I got it to I got Grok to rename these. I was trying to get it to actually name the room names based on the statements I had in there. It was not able to do that, and I kind of get why, because it's a large language model. It's not really thinking like we think of thinking. I mean, I know they're getting better. They're getting better at reasoning. They're getting better at specific applications, math, coding, that's whatever language natural language processing and all that stuff. But they're still not there yet. So for some of this creative stuff, I have to do it myself. Not that it won't be able to come up with creative stuff soon, but at the same time, somehow it's not there yet. Maybe if I hit the think button, although from what I understand, you have to have Premium Plus to be able to use think. You know, so deep thinking, deep whatever thing that you get with premium subscription. So um, now we had okay, so we had a bill. I don't know if I should even be saying this online, but we had a bill um, that I basically took a portion of my Bitcoin holding and cashed it out so that we could pay this bill off. And so, but I withdrew, or I transferred or exchanged whatever, sold, I guess, enough that it'll give me a additional, I don't know, 3 4 months or so. So I think maybe this will take me to the end of the year in internet, and my dad's thinking about getting us X premium subscriptions for a few months, just to see if we could make it, like turn into something. They all claim about how amazing Grok 3 is, and I played with it, at least not the deep search or think, but I played with it a little bit, and to me it's good. It's pretty good. It's not necessarily better than the other ones by a whole lot, but it's still pretty good. And so we're thinking about trying it for a few months, and that will almost about cover our internet bill. But I'm paying the internet bill still, and we're gonna see if that can help us out. Because yeah, you never know. If I figure out how to use this efficiently, maybe I can use it to help me, like I said, make my internet bill back. Who knows, right? Optimize my YouTube channel, the streaming, and then of course be efficient in the game. The game itself will benefit from the AI, but it's not like it's gonna do anything for me. How do I say it? Um, anyways, hoping it will um, be able to make something out of it, because the AIs are just getting better and better, and it's there's no stopping. You can't put the genie back in the bottle anymore. So there's going to be a lot of jobs replaced. There's going to be a lot of people out of work, not knowing what to do. I think the only ones that'll survive are the ones that are playing around with this stuff. And all I'm doing is playing around. I'm not even. I probably won't ever be an expert or anything, but I hope it'll help me out. I might ask it to see if it can help me optimize my streams. I don't mean like physically optimize like the data or anything like that. I just mean optimize my streaming processes to where maybe I start getting more viewers, and we'll see if we can get Grok to do that. Part of this big deal, because they all keep saying that this AI stuff is going to transform everything, and it's gonna make you smarter, and it's gonna help you do things. And one of the deals is like, uh, um, and one of the deals is like asking it to help you make money, right? Get rich and stuff. If it's so awful fire powerful, it should be able to tell someone like me, who has barely any money to their name, No real skills. I mean, I have a few skills. I'm okay at coding, and I can make some games and I can do some stuff, and I'm technically literate, but I'm not by any means expert in anything. So, and my skills are fairly limited. But if it could take someone like me and help me, say, pay my bills, that'd be worth it. So we'll probably try that for a few months, and if nothing happens from it, we'll probably drop it either back to free, or maybe drop it down to the regular premium. Premium Plus that gives you no ads, um, and your limits are way higher even than premium. So we'll see if that works out. Anyways, sorry for babbling on, but I'm sure there's not hardly anybody in here. I might be the only one in here right now, which is fine. Whatever. As I get progress, though, I'm gonna see if I can find a way of getting people watching. Okay, so with all of that out of the way, all of that time wasted, only wasted about 15 minutes, which is okay, I guess. Um, okay, so this is my list of stuff, but the room names here and the underscore is on purpose because basically it's going to be part of the actual JSON file when I get done, and so I'm using underlines to represent spaces, and so I'll have to put that stupid underline in every single stupid file name. But if I can name my stuff now, I think oh yeah, basically I should just say that I am now going to name these rooms manually because grok somehow couldn't come up with it. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to name them with underscores, and so I'll attach the actual room name to this room number represented by this RM, you know, XXX digit, you know, 99999 is the maximum. I figure almost 1,000 rooms. It will probably be more than enough for my game. Right now, there's only 92 rooms right now, and then if you double it, if you even triple it, that's only going to be like, I don't know, 300, 400, maybe. It probably won't even be 400. It'll probably be more like 200 instead of just 100. It'll be at least twice, but it could be somewhat more than that depending on how many different decision points I have in there. But eventually we'll get to the point. Oh yeah, you know what I was thinking, and this might have been the thing that I was thinking about the other day. Is I'm doing this choose your own adventure thing now. Okay, so when you're doing like a regular text adventure, you have rooms, or even a graphic adventure, you have rooms, right? Room scenes, you know, stage, whatever you want to call it, right? It's a delineated by the objects and the characters and stuff. It's a scene. It's like a scene in a screenplay, right? Setting, time, locale, that kind of thing, like time and place or whatever. And what was I thinking? Oh yeah, um, there's gonna come a point where you'll go back into the same room and you'll have like the same text and everything. And so like this is choose your own adventure. Right now, every room is kind of unique, even if you go back to the same location. But if I now make rooms like more kind of autonomous, I don't know how to say it. If I make it more like rooms that you can revisit at any time, even in the choose your own adventure format, that will help later. And that means I won't have to have as many rooms because if a lot of it takes place in the Bats in the Belfry hotel lobby or whatever, or the Grand Chandelier, or even the castle, then it should all use the same room, use the same description and stuff. But you're gonna have to modify it like It's gonna have to know that you've been there, and so I might have to make that part of a phase. Maybe I'll have to make that a separate phase. I'm thinking because right now, okay, so the next phase is separating the directional controls, and that's purely because your directional controls are going to be completely different in the end thing. It's not going to be decision points that you hit with a key or enter in. Um, so okay, so now I'm forgetting what I'm talking about. Um, yeah, I'm tired today. That's you can tell it in my voice. So I'm not as enthusiastic as I normally am, or up as I normally am. But so yeah, so the second one is separating the directional controls from your actual choices. So you have choice, you have something to do inside the scene or inside the room. You know, you need to blow a safe, right? And you need to decide whether you want to use the dynamite or whether you want to uh, use use the saw, okay, the hammer or the saw, right? The explosives or the saw. And now, what was I getting at? In any case, I'm thinking maybe I should have a separate phase for the reusable rooms, right? So I have multiple player characters. Maybe, maybe um, multiple player characters should be after revisitable rooms. What's gonna mean is I'm gonna need to the ability to save state, like room state, in between things. So even though in the choose your own adventure version you're not actually like picking up objects and carrying it with you, um, like I said, maybe you blew the safe. Okay, we'll say that for that. And you come back later and the safe is gone, and maybe there's a bunch. Maybe there's the sheriff and you know numerous deputies in there examining it, and you can't get back in there. But it's the same location. But it's now its state has been changed, right? So I could make that a separate phase where I can actually reduce the amount of rooms that I've got, being able to go back into the same room, but with a change of state. Um, now, this first one is choose your own adventure. That means you'll have decisions and everything. But yeah, maybe the next phase should be that, and then I should do the multiple player character after that. State changes in between scenes. Sounds like a good thing, right? Anywho, we're just gonna go on and continue on with this thing. I'll decide on that later because I need to get this done, right? I don't care if I have to have multiple rooms for the same location right now. We gotta get something running, get something working, get something completed, something that you can play, even if it's not very exciting. Okay, so I told it to go ahead and redo it and just format put the room number on a line by itself. Make sure there's a space in between rooms, and then make sure each statement is on its own line there. And I notice even if see it scrolls back and forth there. So okay. Okay, format. RMXXX underscore on its own line, events below it, each sentence split at periods, uh, followed by 5 lines, blank line before each new room. Um, yeah, at periods basically. Count still 92 rooms. Broke at periods. Some oddities. John stops in, splits awkwardly. Um, Spacing. Is this for coding or a manual? It's primed. Add room names after the I'm ready. Any adjustments? I'm vibing with your system now. Thanks for the nudge. Okay, it's okay. So it had a problem with room 83. Let's see where that if that manifests itself. Uh, I see. Yeah, I'll meet back at the Bats lobby. The count then comes in, and she just points the count looking library. In the library, Roland Jr. tells Hubert, "Yeah, um, we'll have to redo the list. Give me a few minutes to repost the current list." Is this it's still not getting it. Like, I mean, it's trying to infer that there is some splitting it needs to do. I was just trying to tell it to look at the old list, but then make sure it looks like the old list, except for instead of a number in a closed parenthesis, parentheses, I don't know, closed parentheses, curly bracket. Um, you put this RM number, room number, and underscore. I don't know what it's doing. Okay, that's all right. We're gonna go look. We're gonna go to my gists. We're gonna go to edition 2. In fact, this should be probably put in edition 3, I think. I don't know. Let's go to raw. Let's go to this. Let's go back to grok. See if it's not ready yet. Probably because I'm on the free version. Okay. It's kind of weird. Before I was getting like a lot of people. I wonder if I'm just not getting it now because I'm either super late or I don't know if people just got tired. And I don't mean like Rook, if you're in here or ever in here. I don't mean like you or the couple that normally come in here. I just mean lately there's been people coming in, and today not so much today. So I'm not sure what the deal is, but whatever. Oh, weird. Reload, regenerate. I wonder why it's having a problem now. I mean, ever since I updated my internet hardware, now everything is just all wonky now, right? It's weird to me. Whatever. Oh, by the way, I think I had. Let's turn this back on. Let's turn this back on. There we go. I can have all my ad blockers back on. Why is it having such a problem? All right. Copy. Here's the raw link to the dist. I want you to rewrite it exactly as I have it here, except instead of one 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 you change those numbers to read RM 001 RM 011 underscore RM 111 underscore. I don't know. I don't think it was waiting. I think it's locked up here. Locked up meaning I think it's slowed down somehow. Maybe there's too many people using it. I don't know why this has to be so difficult though. I mean, I'm right at the point where I get to start the game, and now it's doing this. I'm gonna have to go back to ChatGPT because this clearly is not working. Wait, this is free AI powered JSON generator. Oh yeah, I was looking at the JSON generators kind of on purpose because see, that's the works here. I don't know. It's having problems. It's not doing anything now. Why is it locked up? I have no clue. Well, somebody was actually saying earlier that was Twitter having problems earlier? Does anybody know? I mean, of course, there's nobody in here, but um, there isn't any error, which is why I'm assuming it's okay. Yeah, I had to do a thing where I had to change the mirrors because there's something going on with that. Of course, I had to re-verify it was me on Google. I think that was just because it's like I changed an IP address or whatever. Probably using what they used to call that, dynamic IP address or whatever. You know, where it would generate one on the fly, and then you'd have it until you like disconnected somehow. And you know, I kind of used to know sort of what some of that stuff was back in the day, but I don't really know anymore. But yeah, for some reason, Grok is not wanting to work with me right now. Regenerate. Let's do something instead. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over to here. I'm going to log in via Firefox. I usually keep Firefox just in case something doesn't work here or doesn't work right, and so I can usually check. You check incognito, and then sometimes I check this to see if it's. It looks like either my it's probably not my internet because the internet is actually working here. Right, everything's working here. I'm able to click on stuff, do stuff, whatever. Um, dashboard of Reddit. Home. There we go. Yeah, it appears that my internet is still going fine, but it almost looks like X is having a problem. Now, if that's the case, X just suddenly loaded up in Firefox over here on my second monitor, and see if we can sign in. Okay. So X is working. Let's go ahead and close Grok here for a second. On here. And then let's go over. I guess I can bring it back over to the over here. So, it's kind of interesting. Oh, weird. I see. I just went out of full screen. That's what happened. Okay. Let's go over to, okay, notifications. That's just me logging in. I usually have Firefox like delete cache and everything when I leave it because I don't use this primarily. So I just use it to kind of keep things clean and just in case I can't look at anywhere else. So let's look at history. Let's look at interesting. Not working. No chat history. Something went wrong. Let's go to grok on here. Let's see if it has a problem over here. It's having a problem. So I guess X is having a problem today. Is it just that now they're shutting it off? Like, now you can't. History. Oh, there's my history. Can I use grok at the same time? Apparently not. That's interesting. Yeah, it's acting really weird. Oh, so weird. What's the problem here? Okay, let's just close this. Yeah, I don't know. It's acting. Can't show anything. Yeah. Everything appears to be working fine. How come? Yeah, let's just. I don't need these open anyways. In fact, I don't need this open. I don't need that open. I'll leave these open. I'll leave that open. X might be having problems today. I don't know. Yeah, I just the the update manager gave me an error about a corrupt ADT configuration. Asked me to change mirrors to fixed, and after I did that, there was more errors. Eventually, the error disappeared. Okay. Anyway, let's get back to this. Retry. See, something is wrong with the X today. That kind of sucks because I was planning on. Okay. Let's go to ChatGPT. In fact, let's go. Let's see if I can find my old. This one, Adventure Game Evolution. Now this one will take a long time. See, it's not updating just yet. There. Okay. Oh, that's right. ChatGPT wouldn't accept all my text, and it doesn't accept URLs either. So I can't have it have a longer URL. Grok did. I wonder if there's some other. There should be some other AIs I could mess with. They'd have to be kind of up to date though. Um, okay. So I got everything up to a point where now it's a list of rooms with events. A room is any scene change, basically. Let's see. Should I do it in 10s or 20s? I did it in 20s the last time, I think. So I'm going to be manually naming the rooms, but I need to number them first. Okay. Um, could you take, let's see. It seems I have to copy paste in chunks because the list is too big and you can't really go and look at a doc online at an arbitrary internet location. So I'm wondering if you would change the numbers on this list I'm going to paste in a few minutes, where each number followed by parenthesis, by closing parenthesis, is changed into this format, rmxx underscore, where xxs is the number plus any required leading zeros. For instance, rm001, rm00011, and rm111 underscore, let's see, underscore. 2 leading zeros, anything other than 100, 1 leading, no, 1 leading 0, anything lower than 100, 2 leading zeros on anything lower than 10. Let me paste each chunk. There will be 5 before you rename anything. And each time I paste one chunk in, you just reply, okay, got it. Does that make sense? obviously makes sense, but I'm just asking on purpose. And it's taken a while because this is a long okay, hold on a sec. Whenever you see the red IRC, it means somebody's pinging me. Okay, Dustin, okay. It pinged me on IRC, and so I was just talking about this weird thing on Linux. When I started up, it gave me an error, like some about the APT configuration being corrupted or something, and not to update or install update your software or anything. So then it said to select mirrors to fix it, and I did that, and then it kept returning that there's some sort of weird error. And then I started playing around with some of the drop down menus, and then it's suddenly like corrected itself. So now it's showing everything up to date and no problems. So if I can even refresh it, I bet that should work. We'll see what happens when I refresh the cache. Failed to download repository information. See? Oh. So something is still wrong. Failed to download repository information. Check your internet connection. My internet seems to be running okay, although I did install new equipment today. So interesting. Okay, let's go to just stuff here. 1 through 10? No, 1 through 20. Through 20. Okay. Control V. And hopefully it'll just say, okay, got it. So the next chunk. Good, good, good. It's just finally doing what I asked it to do, which is good. Okay. I'm gonna go to 40. Copy. V. And hopefully it'll say it again. Okay, got it. Send the next chunk. Okay. Uh, 60, right? Okay. Yeah, 50. What? Oh, wait a second. Okay, what did I do? Oh, I did. Okay, 21, 22, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 44, 45, 46. So I have to start at 50. Okay, got it. Send the next chunk. Okay, so let's just do 50 to 60 then. Uh-oh. What? How did I do that? Okay. Copy. Okay, now let's go to 80. 61 to 80. Copy. Control V. And 81 to 100. Or to 92. Before renaming the room numbers, please verify that you have rooms 1 to 92. In sequential order. Interesting that it's the color coding is fairly interesting. Oh, uh, restart the renaming process, but please make sure the close parenthesis are gone. I want the room number just to be the format rm x underscore. No other characters. And I would like it for all 92 rooms. And it should restart. I mean, here's the full list with the correct format. Okay, good, good. Thank you very much. It's kind of interesting because when I put this in the when I put this in the gist, it's probably not going to track the single changes. If all the words are exactly the same, then really it should say remove this, but then remove the number, but then added this instead of saying that I removed and replaced every line, because that's what it's going to look like. I think I'm going to try it, but yeah. And I'll take the current list. I'll copy it. In fact, I'm going to open my notes. Okay. Recent. Oh, wait. Oh, this is the text. Open recent documents. ODT is what I want to open. Is this? Yeah, it has to. I don't need the text. Although to me, actually, the text looks better. I mean, maybe it's just because I'm used to like the old DOS, the old you know, um, what do they call that? Fixed width, the old fixed width font, and it's just a straight out rendered font. To me, it looks better. It looks more like typewritten almost. And these are just text files, and that's fine. Uh, I have this in ODT format. Maybe I should continue in non-ODT format. Maybe. Okay. Revised list with room numbers. Okay. Is it done yet? I think it's done. Okay. Here, let's check out room 1. Let's just where's the gist? Okay. Uh, Challenge Max Resort. Let's figure Max wants to close most of the resort. Tourists acting strangely. Okay. Yes, this is exactly what I want. Great. So it just did the first 20 and then that'll do the rest of them, I guess. It's doing like a code box, which is fine because there's not any real formatting here. There's colors, but oh, look at that. VBNet. That's kind of interesting. It's just in text. Okay, thank you. It's at 46, huh? 45? It's interesting. I don't care if it does it in multiple batches. It's just as long as when I go to change it, that hopefully it will. I'll copy this, put it in my notes first, and then I will go ahead and test it with the other test it against the other. Yes, please. See if let's see if this is responding yet. Oh, yep. Get smart. Back when Don Adams was still alive and Barbara Feldon, did she just die? Or is she still alive? She might be still alive too. I'm not sure. Anyways, let's go to grok to see what's going on here. Let's check out history. Let's check out my thing here. And it's okay if it doesn't even get it. Oh, process attachments, huh? Wow. They must be upgrading it or something. No issues here. Rod just linked. Okay. Well, look what it's doing now. It's like writing it all in one stupid single line. I think ChatGPT is winning in this round. I think. Um, and I don't know why I'm not able to. Hmm. Checking for updates. I ran out of my free stuff for GPT here. Copy. Okay. Let's go over to my notes and let's see something here. So something did happen with X today because it wasn't working so great just a few minutes ago. Okay, so let's here. How come this is little? Revised list phone numbers. It's 20. Okay, copy this. Control V. 20, 21. Okay, that's all right. See, it's actually, I didn't even think it's not doing anything weird like the X did when I tried to copy from it, or yeah, from the X deal. 45. Okay, let's go down. 46. Copy that. 53. Copy that. And 92. All right, let's save that there. Um, even typo. Typo is fine. Doesn't the just have a carriage return line feed or some other end of line character, meaning the sentences drop to a new line, just like in the gist? Or, of course, it's just like in the gist. I'm asking it. Anyways, it'll raw gist. Wait a second. What's it? The heck is it doing? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we won't be buying the I mean, I have to look in the GPT Plus. I mean, I think it's still cheaper, and maybe I won't have the limits, the free limits. Well, this is kind of makes me wonder. I mean, it's supposed to be able to beat ChatGPT and a couple of others, or at least it's supposed to be able to beat some of the others AIs and stuff. But when it's just making simple mistakes like these, I mean, maybe I'm not telling it explicitly enough, but I'm saying exactly like so the raw. This is a raw gist, right? Each period, um, maybe some of them don't have periods. Where's 83? Because it had the problem with 83, I think. They all meet back at the Bats lobby. Points, princess, people. See, they all have periods. So I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with grok. Um, Actually, none of the sentences, and that's basically all of them that end with a period, uh, are on their own line, and the room numbers aren't on their own line either. How come? I don't want it to apologize. I want it to tell me what's the reasoning. How did that work out like that? There we go. Single line per entry format, which is my mistake. I assumed exactly as it just meant preserving that. Well, see, right now it's that's weird. Maybe that's the way it is in the raw gist, though. Maybe it doesn't have a This looks like it's correct here. Oh, maybe not that though. Oh, maybe that's the only one line. Okay, that's one line, I guess. Um, I might still check it, keep it, you know. Okay. See, almost all of them have like periods and whatever, and so each line. Huh. Okay. 2:37. I've been streaming for an hour and 32 minutes. Although, we'll say I started at 12:30. That's kind of no 1:30. 1:30. That's right. 1:30. So actually, only been actually doing this for an hour. How come it displays as multi-line format for me, but why would that not be a word? Okay, fine. Multi-line format for me, but single. This is correct now. But why did it look to you like single line, but to me it doesn't? Let's see if X will allow me to attach a small screenshot. Okay, let's do let's go to gist. Let's go to screenshot selection, take screenshot. Something like that. Okay. Save as raw gist section.png and saving the pictures. Good job. Okay. So let's go back to grok. Let's see if I can attach, if it'll allow me to attach. Attach. Pictures. Where is raw gist screenshot? There we go. Open. And let's send that. Well, this last version is correct. Why does the gist appear to you to be on one line? And how come it's showing up with multiple colors? Programmatically return the content as a single continuous block of text with each entry. I didn't know that. Depending on which system, in my processing, I initially treated each entry as one line because it saw the raw text file as structured. Each line number followed its full description. I didn't split this into sentences within those lines because I misinterpreted exactly as in the gist to mean preserving the single line per entry format. The screenshot shows a formatted view likely from the gist web interface or an editor where sentences are visually split across multiple lines or room numbers. They are on their own lines. This suggests you're seeing a rendered or edited version where the line breaks have been added manually or by a text editor's word wrap or soft wrap feature. The raw gist file itself doesn't have these internal line breaks. Those are just added by the display or your editing environment. It's delivered as 92 lines, each single string. Huh. Without explicit to split it periods, I kept the entry as a unit. Without explicit instructions to split it periods, I kept each entry as a unit. Shows a different presentation on one line, followed by more on new lines, which likely comes from how your editor. It's not the editor though; it's my browser. But okay. Raw gist versus display. Um, okay. Updated take if needed. If you want to refine it further based on the screenshot, here's how I adjust to match its layout exactly. Okay, 76. All right. Actually, let me take a look at what it showed as room 76 here. I want to make sure that it's actually correct to what I've seen on the raw gist. 76 says, Princess go back to Princess Prep, sees a note on the door. Oops. 76, Princess go back on the door. It says go to Fairy God Color with Fairy God College with password. And Princess with the count still a bat in her handbag starts towards Fairy God College. Okay. All right. You don't need to change that. Okay, so you see it as raw text. Does it have new line characters after the periods? Because if it does, then it was ignoring those new line characters. Each of these 92 lines is separated by the new line character. Within lines, there are no new line characters within individual lines themselves. I didn't know that. That's kind of weird. Okay. Um, I just want to discuss this for a few more minutes. So oh, so it's my browser displaying the raw gist, and if I copy it into a text editor uh, of some sort, LibreOffice Writer, um, Linux text editor, um, hold on a second. Maybe it doesn't. Let's see something here. Let's just copy. Yeah, here. We'll just copy these. Uh, we'll go into the text file because the text file should render it as a single line. If it does, then that'll make sense. I don't know. Here, close without saving. Okay, let's go into Open Office then. Paste special unformatted text. Oh, okay. It displays it properly in both of those as well. But maybe the fact I'm using Linux Mint Debian Edition LMDE 6 has something to do with it. Exzel. It might break long lines. It isn't even that it's not unnecessarily wrong. It's that yeah, I don't know. It's weird to me. So gave grok the URL to my list. It says there are no line breaks in between sentences. Um, it says there are no line breaks in between sentences. And yet, I can paste the text just about anywhere, and it displays correctly. Huh. New lines are as long as the file uses standard Unix line endings like /n. LMDs, Linux kernel tools that handle consistently, however, likely comes from the software using browser editor than rather than OS. However, redownload the Rogest file, opening up a plain text editor, Nano on a Linux system, and a hex editor. It confirms 92 lines, each ending with no internal /n after the periods. First line is a single block. How can it be a single block when everything that I'm doing uh, new file in a minimal editor, Nano or VIM on your save as plain text. Open it. If it shows 92 long lines without internal breaks, the raw data lacks these new lines, and your display is adding them. Okay. Well, first let's do that. Let's go to failed download repository information. Why does it keep saying that? It's weird to me. I'll have to look at that too. View page source. Okay, so let's do this first thing. Let's open this. What did it say to do? It said to right click and view page source. Oh. Oh, this is viewing source. Nope, they're on new lines. Somehow it's just wrong, I guess. Okay, let's do something here. Screenshot, before it tells me my free time is up here. Selection, take screenshot. Let's go up to here. Something like that. Save as, section, gist, view source. And let's go back to grok. When I view source, here's what I see. Attach pictures. Open. Let's see what it does with that. Because a clear picture was happening. Let's analyze and discuss why. Yeah, I know what it's saying. Okay, so let's just do view formatting marks. All right, let's do it. View. Okay. Actually, let's do the copy of the gist here. Let's do this. Something like that. Cop. Okay, let's just do that. Actually, let's wait. Do that and that. Copy. Okay. Enter. Well, I can't do it that way. So I gotta do it unformatted. Paste special unformatted text. Okay, let's do another screenshot. I think I can have 5 or something. Take screenshot. Just formatting marks. Save. Okay, we'll do it one more time. Pictures. Open. So here's where I paste from the raw just displayed in the Brave browser, copied into LibreOffice with formatting marks on. Let's see what it comes up with now. This is curious to me. I mean, I know I'm using up all my time today. I know it. It's okay. I got the thing of the numbering. I'll add the names and stuff. Pay line breaks, paragraph marks. Ends with a paragraph mark indicating a hard new line in the raw text. That's because it's the end of the entry, not a sentence split. And it says to go to Fairy God College with a password. I still don't understand what it's trying to say because clearly you can see there's paragraph mark here at the end of the sentence, paragraph mark before the number, paragraph mark after the closed parentheses. Okay, paragraph mark after the period, paragraph mark after the period. There is that's a space though, isn't it? That's a space, right? Yeah, the dots are spaces. No, it's not. Actually, it's not the end of the entry. The paragraph mark after door after door dot door period is because when I made the text originally, I put I hit enter, which should have written a new line in there. But apparently, maybe the paragraph, in fact, you can see the paragraph marks at the end of the last sentence before the next number, and after the number, after the closing parenthesis. Dang. Completely missed the fact that the original creation process involved manually adding new lines via enter, and that explains the paragraph marks in LibreOffice Writer. Made text, you hit enter after certain sentences. Yes. Insert a new line. That means the RAW.gist file should have internal new lines within entries, not just between them. For example, 76 should have a new line after door and another after password because you manually pressed the enter during creation. Yes. After door, password, and Fairy God College within 76. And then there's one after and before 77 starts. This suggests the file you're working with on at least the version copied in Libra has hard new lines at those points, matching where you press enter. When I accessed the gist URL, I saw 92 lines, each appearing as a single continuous string with only /n between the entries. I didn't see the internal new lines after this. Raw gist checked. I re-downloaded the raw gist file and opened it in the hex editor to look for new lines. To my surprise, there are no internal new lines within entries in the raw file I'm accessing, for example. 76 is a single line. You know, there's an interesting possibility that, and nobody's watching, so it doesn't really matter, but there's a small possibility that when grok accesses the file, it strips those new lines out of there somehow. Yeah, you guys should be watching the stream. I keep telling it that there are new lines, actual page breaks, I guess, and yet it keeps telling me the file it loaded has no new lines. I wonder if it's I wonder if the new lines are stripped somehow before Proc gets it. I actually uploaded a number of images so it can see what I'm seeing. Okay. The mismatch between the Rajas file and I'm seeing the version you're working with. Just are versions. The URL with comments points to a specific version. If you're updated just after that commit. I didn't add anything new here. I might be seeing the old version. Copy paste artifacts when you copy from Brave and paste it in LibreOffice. New lines might have been preserved. But the raw gist I'm pulling might not. It's also possible you're working with a different file locally or a different gist that has the new lines and the raw URL you share is old. It's not an older version. I just, you know, something like that. Check the latest version, try the latest raw. Okay, fine. Copy. Nope. And that's the exact thing that I'm looking at. So no, sorry. Yeah. I'll reprocess the entire list, splitting up periods as a proxy for your enter presses, which aligns with your previous confirmation. Yep. And it looks like it did, but now he's supposedly putting in. Notes on the update. My mistake. I misunderstood the raw. I should actually, but I don't. Um, I mean, it looks like everything's correct in here, so it's like copy to clipboard. Actually, let's go ahead and go over here and let's do something here. Sample raw just. Okay, now let's go down here. Grok 3 version of list. This is funny though. I like the fact that yeah, there was a weird thing too. And that is that when oh this is quite interesting, quite interesting. When I paste, I always have to paste unformatted. I had to paste special and then unformatted text for it to show up. Otherwise, it shows up kind of strangely. So maybe there is something to what he's saying though, because maybe I'm copying this kind of the same deal. 2, 1. Okay. All right. Let's save it. I'll save that. Huh. Uh, that looks fine. I'm looking at it and cop exactly and page the new lines, page breaks are correct. Is it possible that some of the characters get stripped when you download the list? as opposed to me working with the list normally. We're on the right track. The question that further exploring, let's dive into the possibility. Probably possible some characters like new lines or other formatting could be stripped or altered when I download the raw.gist file, depending on how I access it, the tools I use, or how GitHub serves the content. When I access GitHub serves the file, plain text with UTF-8 encoding. The raw endpoint is designed to deliver the file's content as preserving the /n characters and other standard ASCII UTF-8 characters. However, the file would if the file was saved or uploaded with the inconsistent line endings, e.g. mix of /n, GitHub might normalize in the /n Unix style and upload, potentially stripping the /r carriage return to present. This wouldn't affect internal new lines unless the upload process or version overwrite removed them. I'm accessing the file programmatically via my internal tools as grok 3, which fetches the raw content as a string. If the tool I use for my parsing logic mishandles the data, there's a very good possibility. Let's see. There's a possibility that it's actually getting it from maybe some sort of database. See, maybe it's retrieving it differently than a person does, than I would through my browser. Edit download content, but if the initial fetch loses data due to a network glitch, encoding issue, or tool bug, that could explain the description. Let's see. I put to an older version. Did just later. Downloaded both commits specific and latest. Shows no internal new lines. I just rechecked and the file still shows 92 lines with /n only at the end of each entry. No internal /n after door password. Yellow copy. If you have the original file you uploaded or current gist as you see it open in a plain text editor, save it as original text. Share a few lines. Okay. Okay, but yeah, why don't I just do that ways? Okay. I can copy its deal in a second here, but let's just do this kind of like how I did it. Copy. Text editor. Paste. I mean, it's showing it correctly. It's showing it correctly in here too. File. Save as. Actually, you know what? I could attach it. Let's see something here. Let's go to documents. Let's call this list. What am I looking for? Section, segment, a txt. Okay, save. And then let's do something here. Okay. Well, it might eventually tell me that the free I can't use it anymore, but we'll see here. Okay. Here. I should have called it original text but I just cut and pasted from my original raw gist file into a text editor, save it as whatever text, whatever I called it, attached. Let's go to text, documents, list segment, list segment.txt. Let me know how this looks to you. Yes, as a single line. Character stripping confirmed. Yes, that's exactly the characters, specifically internal stripped when I download the project. Here's why I get processing. When you create or edit the gist, you added new lines by pressing enter. If you edit it in the GitHub UI or uploaded a file, GitHub might have normalized the text into single line entry. No, because I didn't. I actually edited this. I actually edited this. Yeah. Okay, my fetching tool looks to me now. Uh, um. Okay. Okay. So, um, let me copy the list you made above where you inserted the new line characters, and put it into a new gist, and then give you that raw gist to confirm actual stripping of characters. Okay, so let's go up here if I can find it again. 92. So this is the deal, right? This is the thing. You know the thing. Okay, so this is copied to clipboard. Let's go over to gist. Let's hit back. We're going to actually create a new gist. And we're going to say, how do I create a new gist? I forget. Here, this one. Room list prepared by grok 3. Plans. Okay, we're going to go ahead and paste. Okay. Create public gist. Okay. Did it do it yet? Okay, there we go. Let's go to raw. Let's go to copy. Okay, let's go all the way down. Scroll all the way down. Hopefully. Here is the URL to the new gist I created. Raw link from what you posted above with the line breaks you inserted. We're gonna see. It's kind of interesting because it looks like. Awesome. Thanks for sharing the gist. Oh, weird. Okay. Lines total. Each entry is expected number of new lines based on Exzel verification. No stripping this time. Okay, so the process was that I originally started in LibreOffice when I created my first pass list. No room groupings or anything. And then someone suggested I use the gist as a way to keep track of changes. But from then on, I simply use the edit link on git on gist.github.com and then updated after I was done with each revision. So somehow, it's odd to me that the new lines aren't in there, since it seems everything I load into when I load my old list into anything, it still displays correctly for me. Yeah, I had thought that it was stripping characters when it was downloading. Something was stripping characters. Apparently not, though. Jack Chesney uploaded, pasted the content in just the initial upload, like the preserved new lines as he saw them displayed correctly. He used just web interface edit link to revise the list, updating it after each change. This is where the issue likely crept in. The idea you're experiencing where new lines are missing in the raw gist I downloaded but still display correctly for you can be explained by how GitHub GIST handles edits and how different tools render the content. Here's what's likely happening. See, it's so weird because it put in new line characters. I copied that into a new gist, and now it's reading correctly, whereas my old one supposedly didn't have line breaks in it after each sentence. However, in everything I put it into shows line breaks are there. Okay, let's see. Plain text editor, markdown, state process might normalize collapses multiple lines in a single line per entry when saving plain text, just especially detects content as a list. Common behavior, version control systems, separated by /n. Meaning you add new lines within each characters could have been lost. The web UI. Uh, let's see something here. Hold on a sec. Go on, rookie. Because it doesn't support line feeds. Wait. School. Let's see. Plain moving stuff to Windows and having to use WordPad instead of Notepad because it doesn't support the line feeds. You can implement HTTP smuggling attacks. Get config Windows on Windows without auto carriage return line feed where characters such as carriage return, CR, 130 to 330. That's 2 hours. Okay. I use as delimiters. All right. And you really screw with people. Mac Classic. Windows code in without checking if it was already. Grok should have been able to sort that out. It shows line breaks are there. Grok should have been able to sort that out. You might have had the dreaded RN issue. Yep, schoolboy error. You're gonna put in your code. It's going to put in your code, yeah. Uh, okay. We download just in your browser, copy LibreOffice soft wrapping or rendering image. It detects long entries, breaks them at spaces or punctuation like periods. Uh, Copying the list with my explicit new lines preserve the structure because you paste it as is into a fresh gist. GitHub didn't normalize it this time. What's odd to you? Visual consistency. Since just displays correctly in your browser and LibreOffice with soft wraps mimicking your original new lines. Edit process. You might have noticed normalization there as because web UI doesn't highlight it. You created by copying the rendered view preserved your intended structure, but the new raw gist file itself lost the internal /n over time. Let's look at the original gist raw URL again. It shows a single line entries. New gist check. The new gist retains the new lines. If you want to revert the original gist to match your list segment text, you could copy the raw URLs to see if the new lines persist. Optionally create a new commit in the original gist with the correct structure, ensuring you paste it as multi-line text. The use lines. I will have to do a line by line check later, but it looks like the new list is what we should working with next. Um, Grok believes that everything I've displayed does a soft wrap, meaning it jumps down theorizes that when I was editing in the gist web interface, that when I was editing in the gist web interface, that it was stripping new line characters each time I would do this. Updated. And that what I was seeing displayed was using something it called soft wrapping, which means it wrapped at punctuation, which means it wrapped at punctuation. I don't know if this is correct, but I don't have anything better telling me that's incorrect. Okay. Well, can hold off until I review it. I might call it a day today anyway, since things have been weird. I had to upgrade my router modem, and it wasn't working, so I had to take it back today and get it exchanged. So one weird day isn't going to derail me, but maybe I should leave off until tomorrow. Well, it has no new lines yet. The V does. So, what Rob said could be what happened. Okay. I might also where's the text file? Paste. Nope. Let's do some here. Let's go back. I want to copy it. I want to copy it as text, as plain text. Where's that? 92 and page breaks. Page breaks, page breaks. Okay, copy that again. Over here. Oh, that's not it. Just close that. File, new, paste, file, save as. Let's go to Let's go to dev stuff, projects, Chanlands. Let's call this new room list. TXT. Line ending, the Unix there? Okay. So that way I have the version here without having to go back to stupid grok here. Okay, so you know what? Today, guys, and there hasn't been really many people in here today anyways. I think I'll call today a day, I think. Um, it, it looks like my microphone is picking up audio from the other room. Anyways, yeah, okay, so I want to thank you for listening in or watching or dropping in if you ever did that, or apologies if you watch the stream later because there's not much in here. So, yeah, I didn't get much done, but I guess I got the list renamed, and so I can work on real stuff tomorrow. So I guess that's what I'll do. Or maybe, who knows? Maybe I'll do a super secret stream tonight or something. Anyways, I want to thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow. And tomorrow, hopefully, we'll get some stuff done. Okay. Thank you for watching.